once again, it's your favorite girl, Princess Clitin, Queen of Hearts and Smiles. Yeah, we'll definitely get to upgrade to laughter sometime soon. So I read a message and it's been like the whole of this week, the entire week, I'm just seeing things that have to do with that. I guess I also need to step up, or someone also needs this message. Very importantly, sometimes when we bring messages here or when we're saying something here, it feels like we're already a pro at it. No, sometimes that message is speaking to us. That message is speaking to me as well before even speaking to you. So this is what it is. I saw a message about the cross. Okay, it's not like the cross where you hang on, you know, like that. That's not the kind of cross we're talking about. It's like your life, your purpose. So let me put it that way. So there was this story, I saw it on a friend's status. Like I say, I always read things, follow people, watch movies and read books and stuff like that. So I see a lot of stuff and I'm like, okay, let me bring it to my audience. You just never know. Someone in my audience might need it, but they might never get access to it. So I was reading something on her status and it was about a cross, and it's something that almost happens in our everyday life. We have to get to a point where we get comfortable with who God created us to be and what our purpose is. It should not be about the very glaring and very bright and very spotlight purposes. It should be about what you were created to be, or who you were created to be, sorry. Sometimes we're so concerned about the spotlight people because we might just be the background people. Directors in movies are the people who make it happen. You might have the idea, you might have the screens and everything and the scenes and all put together. If the executive director doesn't pay the money for that to be published, it's as good as nothing, you know. So they are kind of the people that make things happen, but we always see the actors and actresses to be the people that are the stars, and those are the people that everyone is talking about. For most movies, if we have to ask you who the main character was and who the antagonist and the protagonist were, you would definitely know, you can tell us exactly. But if they ask you who the director was, you would hardly ever remember, you know. But those are the people that are making things happen. They are fulfilling their purpose. You know, so this is the exact same thing. This is what happened. This is what I read on that story. You might actually Google it and you probably find it somewhere, the cross. And there was this lady who was complaining about how her life is going, how her life is and all those things. And she was wishing to be something else. She was wishing to be someone else, not what she was at that time. She wanted to be something else or someone else. And so she slept, and should I say she had a vision or a trance or something? Yes, let's just say vision. And her request was granted, per se. So she got to this place and she saw lots and lots of crosses, different kinds of crosses. And the first one that struck her attention was the spotlight kind of cross, you know. It was so beautiful, you know, glitz and glamour and everything with gold and, you know, those kinds of things that make things look beautiful. So she went ahead to pick it up. She couldn't lift it. It was too heavy. It was so heavy, she could not lift it. So she decided to look for some other cross, and she saw this really beautiful cross that had roses and some really beautiful flowers, you know, like she was like, oh, this is going to be the perfect one. And then she goes there to pick it up. It has thorns, so it started poking her. She had to put it back. And then the third one she saw was not so, you know, like that kind of just okay. And she decided to go ahead and pick that one up. So she picked it up, closer to her. She could lift it. That was the first most important thing. And she noticed the radiance. She noticed the beauty when she picked it up. And looking at it carefully, she found out that that was her cross. That was the cross she had originally. That was her cross. She could lift it up. Every cross that you're bearing right now is a cross that you can carry. Stop looking at other people's lives and wanting to be them. I would still use late Chadwick Boseman. A lot of people probably, especially young people, would have wanted to be him. But he had a cross he was carrying. And that was the illness. But even in that, he was being his best. I'm sure if someone says they want to be like him, they won't be looking at wanting to be like him even health-wise. But because you didn't know about that, The lady didn't know that the gold cross was very, very heavy, so that person is carrying something heavy. It's okay for them because that's what they're called to do, so they can actually do it without stressing out. But you can't, because that's not your cross to carry. You are created with everything inbuilt to carry your kind of cross. The person who is carrying the cross with thorns, they have the ability, they were built, they were formed like that to be able to carry that kind of cross. The person who was carrying the gold cross that is so heavy, they have the ability and capabilities to be able to do that. So the next time you look at someone again and you say you want to be them, think again. All we should always desire to be is our next best version. So you ask yourself the question, what can I do differently? What can I add to what I'm already doing to be a better me? It shouldn't be that you want to be some other person. Whoever you are, it's important. And the world needs you. The world needs Princess Clitin. The world doesn't need another person, like as in me being another person. They already have someone like that. For example, maybe there is Inspired Grizel. The world already has Inspired Grizel. The only best I can be of Inspired Grizel is a second best, regardless of how much effort, how much consistency, how much persistence I put in whatever I'm doing. The only best I can be of Inspired Grizel will be a second best. So why not just take the easy route? Be me. Be my best. You were created for a purpose. God did not just get bored one beautiful day and decided to create you. No. Before you were formed, He knew you. So please, believe in you. Find out what you're supposed to do. Actually, it's even going to find you, because that's what you're created to do. Just begin to do those things that are available to you. And when you get to find the one that you can do with ease, without stress, without fighting, without anyone pushing you, you can do it with or without encouragement. Stick to it and get persistent at it and find ways to do it better and better and better. That's how it's supposed to be. Everybody has a cross they're carrying. You just don't know that person with the glitz and glamour. You don't know the cross they're carrying. So yes, amazing people, that's what I have for you today. If this video has been very useful to you, get to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all our updates. Of course, there's also a join button. You can get to be a channel member. That button is just right there, close to the subscribe button. You can join the channel membership and you get a lot and lots of favors and perks that are happening here on YouTube. Until next time, I always get to say I love you so very much, but God loves you way more. Bye-bye.